Hey, what's up, y'all? Red Eyes Black Man here, coming at you with my Odd Eyes deck profile. This deck was mostly made out of just cards I was fortunate to get, just because, I'm a kid, so I can't drive to the best place, get the best cards. I'm hoping to do more deck profiles like this with, where it's actually finished, and, because this is not finished. It's not finished at all. There are cards in here that are missing, definitely missing, in the extra deck, too, that are definitely missing. I mean, my extra deck only has like 11 cards in it. I need it's just a lot of cards I'm missing. But hopefully in the future I'm gonna have better quality on the videos first of all, because this is my phone quality kind of trash. But I'm hoping to have better quality, better decks, just finished decks, and I think for now this Odd Eyes deck is actually pretty good. It does the job. Let's just say that it does the job. I play test it sometimes with my friends. It does the job. Does the job. So if y'all do enjoy this, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the Red Eye Squad. And let's get into this. Okay, first I'm gonna start off with Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Really good card. You can basically like destroy it at the end phase, destroy it, and then search another 1500 Pendulum monster, I believe, and you can attack. And if you're normal summoning, attack doubles the attack that it takes, or that you deal to your opponent. So it's a really good card. It really comes in handy in the deck. So yeah. I would also consider playing three of it. I only have two, sadly, but if you have three of the card, play it, because like you're gonna need three. Okay, again, if you have three of this card, play it, because I only have one. Like I said, I'm a kid. I can't buy like three copies of it in one night, and etc. etc. So, but Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum, really good. While in the Pendulum Zone, if an Odd Eyes monster is destroyed, like in the I think any Odd Eyes monster, whether it's in the Pendulum Zone or not, you can go into your deck, special summon an Odd Eyes card, like special summon, not put in your hand, special summon the Odd Eyes card. So yeah, it's really good. It comes in handy. Plus has some good attack and the level 8 scale. So yeah, it's pretty good. All right, next play Odd Eyes Persona. It's a really good 1 scale. It comes in handy. The effect, sometimes I forget, so I have to read it again. Once per turn during the end phase, if your opponent activated a card effect that targeted one Odd Eyes Pendulum monster you control and no other cards, while this card is in your Pendulum Zone, special summon this card, and if you do, place one Odd Eyes Pendulum monster from your extra deck in your Pendulum Zone, except Odd Eyes Persona. So yeah, it's pretty good. And then the quick effect, you can target one face-up monster on the field that was special summoned in the extra deck, and it has its effects negated until the end of this turn. So it's pretty good if someone activates something like the Infinity. You can negate that effect. It'll probably negate it again, but it doesn't really matter. It comes in handy. It's good. 1 scale. It comes in handy for the thing, etc., etc. Right, next play Eyes Mirage Dragon. It's kind of weird because I was thinking about taking this out of the deck. I don't know why I kind of run it, because it's a good 8 scale. I just put it just in case I ever need it. But it's like sometimes I forget the effects, and like whenever I do read it, it doesn't seem that really strong to me. I don't know why. If you want to read it, you can. You could always just pause it right there. I don't really feel like reading it. If you feel like reading it, go ahead. But just know that I might be taking it out. I might be taking it out. Next, Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. Here, I need to like put this on the frame. Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. It's a pretty good card. Pretty good card. It's really not like that necessary in the deck, but it's like, like I said, I don't have any cards, so it's like it's just there as a filler, kind of, just like something to have in there. Once per turn. Oh, focus. All right. Once per turn, when an attack is declared involving your face-up monster and an opponent's monster, if you have an Odd Eyes monster in your card in your Pendulum Zone, you can make that monster you control gain 1200 attack until the end phase. So it actually comes pretty handy. And then when this card is Pendulum Summon, card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by attacking. You can inflict battle damage equal to the number of Odd Eyes by 1200. So it's pretty good actually. Comes in handy when you want to just like destroy your opponent, like with card effects. Destroy, get your Pendulum on. They have like only 4,000 more LP left. You can destroy them on that turn. I think I didn't do the math. I'm not gonna do the math right now. So yeah, it's pretty good card. Next, I run just for it one Performa Odd Eyes Light Phoenix. It's pretty good because with the perform I don't know how to performa pull whatever monsters. Just because like quick effect, you contribute this card, then target one perform monster on you control, it gains 1,000 attack. So it comes in handy if they have like a boss monster like I don't know Blue Eyes that has 3,000 attack, and then you have like a monster that has like 2,100. You can activate this, tribute it. It gains 1,000 attack. You can easily destroy that Blue Eyes unless they have something like Mirror Force in the back, in which case you're screwed. But anyways, yeah, that comes in handy. Next one, Supreme Dragon Odd Eyes. This card is kind of hard to explain for me just because I never really use it. Like I never actually draw it. Like I don't know why. The most of the times I've like test played this deck, I've never actually drawn this card. Like, but let's just read the Pendulum Zone effect. You contribute this one Supreme. Sorry about that. My phone ran out of storage. But like I was saying, the Pendulum effect. Hold on, focus. There we go. You contribute one Supreme King monster. Destroy this card. And if you do, add one Pendulum monster with 1,500 or less attack. From your deck to your hand. So the Pendulum effect is kind of the same as Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's effect, but in my opinion, I think Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's effect is a little bit better, just a little bit. So yeah, that's all of the Odd Eyes cards in this deck. So now moving on to the perform. I still don't know how to say it. The performal monsters. First up, you performal Yugo Golem. Here, let me zoom in a bit. There we go. Performer Yugo Golem. Uh, it's actually pretty good. It's one scale, and it's mostly based off of a fusion effect or fusion. It's a fusion effect. Once per turn during the main phase, if this card was pendulum summoned this turn, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using this card you control and the dragon monsters you control as fusion materials. So it's actually pretty good. Good with getting off fusions from your extra deck. Uh, I like running it just because another thing is it's a one scale, so like if I ever need to pendulum summon some monsters, this comes in handy too. And then next, a really good card that I like to play, uh, perform. I'm just gonna like announce it performal. Sorry if I like mess it up wrong. Some of y'all might get triggered. But performal skull crow bat joker. It's really good. When this card is normal summon, you can add one performal monster, magician, pendulum monster, or odd eyes monster from your deck to your hand, except performal skull bat joker. Now this is really good because like let's say I can normal summon, and then you know if I have some cards in the pendulum scales, or pendulum zones, I can be like okay get a pendulum odd eyes pendulum or odd eyes arc in my hand, summon or pendulum summon, attack, etc., etc. So it comes in handy for searching out your odd eyes or magicians or whatever other cards that you run in the deck that gets it out. Next, it's a card that again is just like a filler. Performal odd eyes unicorn. It's a card that I'm going to take out. Like no question asked. Once I get better cards than this, I'm taking these out, just because I don't really like it. Like look at its effect. Y'all, I completely lied about this card. It's the Pendulum Zone effect is actually pretty good. So I'm sorry if like I come off on this card negative, just because whenever I first thought of it, I didn't really like it because of its effect. But the Pendulum effect is actually really good, pretty good. So yeah, sorry if I lied about that. Running in the deck, it's just something that I have, something that I use for the deck. So next, last for the performal monsters, performal Rango. It's just good for if a monster on your opponent's side of the field, you can discard this card, make the effect damage to you 0. Then discard this card, target one for the etc. You control. It cannot be destroyed by battle card effects. So it's good. Discard it. The monster can be destroyed by card effects. See what else you can come into play into. So yeah, it's pretty good. So that's all the performals, and then I barely have any of this last card, but it's just there. My two magicians, uh, no Nolder Dragon. I can't even pronounce it. Magician. This comes good to tuner, so it's good with your synchros. The pendulum zone effect isn't really that good. I would not put this in the pendulum zone. It's good for synchro material. If you use it for synchro material, uh, add it back to the bottom of your deck. So it's basically like a keep on going synchro slash tuner monster. Like you don't need to run anymore. If you get this, use that synchro material, then bring it back to the bottom of your deck. You can just keep on using it. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, next getting into the spells, play two. Usually you actually want to play three of these, but I'm playing because since like I said I'm a kid, so I can't really go like get the best cards. Two Sky Iris. This card really comes in handy. Play in the field spell. You can target one monster on your side of the field, destroy it, and then add I think it says a pendulum monster, like or no, add one odd eyes from my deck to my hand. So it comes in handy. It comes really good. Like if you need an odd eyes card and you have this one pathetic card, like let's say, just for example, unicorn. You know, use it, destroy it, etc. Get a way better card from it. So yeah, that comes in handy. So definitely play three of these. Just because it really comes in handy in the thing, in the deck. Next, to search off said card, terraforming. I think y'all know what it does, but if you don't, just add a fuel spell from your hand from your deck to the hand. So it comes in handy, just to search off your Sky Iris. Next, I play two. I'm not sure if I would want to play three of these. I'm not sure, but I play just because I have two. Only have two. Two Spiral Flame Strike. Uh, it comes in really handy. The second effect. To come off focus. Yeah. Add to your hand one level 7 Odd Eyes monster from your deck, or faced up level 7 in your extra decks to your special summon it, or I think yeah, special summon it, or no, add to your hand. Add to your hand. So it actually really comes in handy if you need to get a level 7 Odd Eyes out on the field. Next, I think it's a really good card. Duelist Alliance. If there's a, I can read you this. If there's a pendulum monster in your pendulum zone, you can basically add any like pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. I believe, just to make sure. Yeah, any pendulum monster or spell from your deck to your hand. So it comes pretty handy if you like, you have monsters in the pendulum zone, and then you need to get something else. You can play Duelist Alliance and basically get the card that you need. Next, I play Pot of Riches. Comes in handy. Shuffle three pendulum monsters from face up in your extra deck into your deck again, and then draw two cards. Shuffle, draw two cards. It's just really good. I really like it. Next, I play two Pendulum Storm. Now, it's not really that necessary in the deck. It's just something that I have. I wouldn't consider playing it. If you have better spell cards than this that you think would come in handy, I would play those. But destroy as many cards on your Pendulum Zone as possible. Then destroy one spell or trap monster you control. You can really just replace this for like an MST or like a, I don't know, Twin Twisters. Just because like, why would you want to destroy your Pendulum Zone for something else? Play like a Cosmic Cyclone or MST or something instead of Pendulum Storm. Just because, you know, you don't want to get rid of two to get one. Next, I play Pendulum I don't even know how to pronounce most of my cards. If you know how to pronounce it right. But says this turn cards in Pendulum Zones cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. Also negate any effect activated by your opponent's card. So that's pretty good. Like if someone's like about to target one of your cards like to get destroyed, you can activate this, etc. But I mean, Sky Iris basically does the same thing. If I didn't read the second effect, my bad. You can Odd Eyes cards in the Pendulum Zone cannot be targeted with card effects. So Sky Iris basically does the same thing, but if you don't get that Sky Iris or that terraforming, this is basically like your backup. Again, it can be replaceable if you want to replace it. It's fine by me, but it's just there just for that situation in case you accidentally draw it. But it's really just kind of bricky, I guess. Next, the one Odd Eyes Fusion. I don't even have to explain this card if you don't know what it does. Just use the two cards in your hand, I think, to future some materials for the extra decks era. But it says it's another unique thing about it is if your opponent controls two more monsters and you control no monsters, you can also use up to two Odd Eyes monsters in your extra deck as fusion materials. So it's pretty good. If you need, you can use things from your extra deck if your opponent controls two monsters and you control like no monsters. So that's pretty good. So yeah, that's all the spells. Everything that you need for that. Next, moving on to my the traps. Again, this is just a card filler. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, unless like you really need it or just like run one. Pendulum switch. if you have one on the field or one that you control and then one in the pendulum zone, play this, switch both of them. I mean, it's just like that card. In case it's really situational in case you need it. Next, I like this card, Pendulum Reborn. In case you need to reborn that one card that your opponent destroyed. Uh, it's basically like a Call of the Haunted, but or Call of the yeah, it's basically like a Call of the Haunted, but for pendulums. Uh, Next, coming down to the last two cards, uh, Echo Oscillation. I still don't know how to pronounce my cards. The You can target one card in your pendulum zone, destroy it, then draw one card. It's basically like a I don't want to say Pod Desires because Pod Desires, you just discard 10 and then draw two. You destroy one to gain one, basically. But if you don't gain the right one, it's kind of situational. Next, last card of the deck, or of the main deck, Recall. This is a card that I just put in there when your opponent activates a monster effect. It's just good for negating the effect and destroying the card. I just put it in there just because it comes in handy sometimes. Okay, y'all, before I start this extra deck profile, I want to let you know it's completely out of order. I don't know why I did it like that. I guess I was just tired because it was late at night. But it's completely out of order, so sorry about that. I will have it in order in the next deck profile. So, yeah, sorry about that. Instead to the graveyard, you can special summon one Odd monster from your extra deck, except Odd Absolute Dragon. So yeah, Odd Absolute, really good card. I really like it. It comes in handy in very many situations, and it's level 7s, and you have a whole bunch of level 7s in the thing. But yeah, Odd Absolute. Next, Odd Vortex Dragon. Really comes in handy in the deck. When this card is special summon, target one opponent's face up monster, attack position monster, return it to the hand. Uh, if I could explain the rest, but it would take way too long. So if you want to, just read that, pause it, read it, and see if you want to know what it says. Just because I know most of the effects in my deck, but it's kind of weird because I've only play tested this deck for like maybe like 5 times, and most of the times it comes out handy. But like during the duel, I would have to read it just because I don't know what it does. So after this deck profile, if I ever make another one using these cards again, I will definitely know what they do. So just trust me on that. Next, got the Odd Eyes Racing Dragon. Uh, it's just like a card that comes in handy. I mean, it's nothing too special. It's just like a card that I put in there just because I felt like I was missing it. I'm not gonna explain too much about it. It's just Odd Eyes Racing Dragon. Next, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Uh, Focus. There we go. If this card is fusion summoned, you can make this card gain attack equal to one opponent's fusion special summon monster until the end of this turn. So that's pretty good effect on its own. Once per turn, you can target one level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls until the end phase of this turn. This card's name becomes the monster originally and replace this card effect with that monster's original effect. If this future summon monster card is destroyed, you can destroy all opponent's special summon monsters. So that's really good. Sorry if that took a little bit to explain, but that's a really good card. I really love it. It comes in handy a lot, like a whole lot. Um, Next got Auto Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. When this card special summon, target one monster in your pendulum zone, special summon it. Also, this card cannot attack for the rest of that turn. You can only use card effects of Meteorverse once per turn. Monsters on your possession cannot activate their effects during the battle phase. It's kind of an okay card to me. I don't know why. I just don't really like the effect. The first effect is good, but like the rest is just like things that you can't do whenever you activate this during that turn. So it's kind of okay to me. Next got the Supreme King Dragon Clearwing. This card synchro summon. You can destroy all monsters on your opponent controls, which is I think is really good. Once per turn before damage calculation, if this card battles in your opponent's monsters, you can destroy that monster, and if you do, inflict battle damage to your opponent equal to the destroyed monster's original attack. That's really good because, like, let's say you're I don't know, you're battling, and then they have 3,000 attack left. They have a blue eyes to attack it. They take a 3,000, and then that's game. And then you can destroy that monster, and if you do, etc. If this card is in your graveyard, you contribute 2 Supreme King monsters. Special summon this card back. So that's really good. I really like that card. Next, Supreme King Starving Venom. If you don't know what it does, just look at that and pause it. It's. I already did the other Starving Venom, so I feel like y'all can read that if y'all want to. Next, Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. It's basically sort of the same as Supreme, but uh, a couple of minor differences. Once per turn, if another level 5 or higher monster activates its effect on the field, quick effect, you can negate the activation if you destroy it. So that's really good if you're like going against Infinity. Like I said before, uh, once per turn, when the monster's effect is activated, that targets one level 5 or higher monster on the field, and no other cards. Quick effect, you can negate the activation if you destroy it, like last time. If this card effect it destroys a monster, it gains attack equal to the destroyed monster original attack until the end of this turn. So that comes in handy. It gains attack, plus it destroys your monster if they activate a quick effect or effect in general. So that's really good. I like that. The next, Spring King Dragon, Dark Rebellion, it's 2 level 4 Dark Pendulum monsters. Once per turn before damage calculation, if this card is destroyed, battles an opponent's monster, you can detach one material from this card to the end phase, change the attack, etc., etc. If you want to read the rest, you can. Uh, Next, one play Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon. Once per turn, if you have no cards other than Pendulum Zone from your deck in your Pendulum Zone, uh, if you can read all that. I don't know why my mouth is getting really tired talking, but pause that, read it if you want to. Next, last but not least, my Performal Gatling Ghoul. Uh, if this card is fusion summoned, you can inflict 200 to your opponent for each card on the field. Then, if this card is fusion summoned using a Pendulum monster as material, destroy one monster your opponent controls, and if you do, inflict damage equal to the original attack. You can only use the effect of it once per turn. So that's really good. That's all my extra deck monsters. And with that, that's the end of my profile. I hope y'all enjoyed my Odd Eyes Pendulum or Odd Eyes profile deck. Uh, it was it's still in progress. Like I said, not some cards. I still need a side deck first of all because I don't even have a side deck for this deck. So yeah, but I hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, be sure to like and subscribe. I've like I said, I've play tested this deck a lot and I've had some fun with it. It's a really fun deck to play, and if you want to just have fun and play a deck like this, go ahead. But anyways, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe today to join the Red Eye Squad, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.